Hello and welcome to this tutorial on functions. Functions are, you see this static void main. That is a function, and the main function is the starting function in the program. So the program always starts at main, but you could make your own functions, and you do that by doing this. For at the moment, we're going to use static because there's something called classes which uses other kinds of functions. But for now, we're just going to use static because then we can use it whenever we want. And this here it says void. That is the data type that the function will return. Like this could be int or string or char, but void means no data type. That's just nothing. So that's a function that does not return anything. We'll talk about returns a bit later in this video. But for now, let's just make our function. So we'll call it plus. And this is how a function is set up. So first you declare if it's going to be static, and then the type, the return type, and then the function name. You remember when we did console.writeLine? Well, this writeLine is a static function inside console. So we can now do this plus to make our own plus function. So we'll have it take one integer and call this number 1, and another integer number 2. These are the arguments that is passed into the function. Remember that we typed the console.writeLine and then what it was going to write? Well, functions can do other things. So let's take 2 and 2. See here, number 1 and number 2. So now this function is valid. And what we want to do is just console.writeLine, and we want to output number 1 plus number 2. So now that this function is called, we'll just do console.read. Press F5 and you get 4. Now this read, we can even have another argument here, which will be a bool, and a bool is a boolean, a value that can be either true or false, and I'll have it be stop, like that. So here we'll check if stop, because a boolean, you just extract the value, and if this is true, then this if condition is going to fire, and if it's not true, then it's not going to fire. So if stop, then console.read, else it's not going to do anything. So now we can remove this and then just type true. Now run our program, and it does the exact same thing as last time, only now everything is driven inside the function. You can even have here console write line main starts function starts function read starts and function ends. Now we actually have to do console.read here, because that the function, we can't display this in any other way. So if you press F5, main starts, function starts, function read starts, and I think that is something that this read only grabs in every second. So if this code above, if the difference or if the time span between the last read and this read was too short, or less than 1 second or something, then it will grab the same value. So yeah, I think it is like that. But anyway, so that is function, and we could have let's remove all of these. We can even have it so that this returns an integer, and then you see we get this. That's because we have to do return then this, and this won't be needed because that won't be reachable anyway. That means that we need, wait, why is there a semicolon here? That means that we need it here, so let's see, read. Now this is an integer, so that we have to do console.writeLine, then we use this function, and this true, we don't need this stop boolean anymore. F5, and we still get 4, and then it reads. Only this time it only calculates it and then sends it back to wherever it was called from. So you could set, for example, if you had one integer, and you could set it equal to plus 2 and 2, like that, and then output I F5, you would still get the same result. So that's a bit about functions and how to use them, but functions can be used to extremely much more than this. But this is just the basics of what a function is, and what we will be using it for right now. So yeah. Goodbye.